Hey y'all. I'm getting B the link now. I'm always running behind. Oh, let me turn this down. Hey Angela, Jamie, Judy, Misha, Irish Mom, Bam, my Bam, Rebecca, Team Nerd It. That's right. I guarantee you that B is gonna have shirts made. Hey Hopi. Hey Holly. Oh, okay, unicorns. Hey Crazy Cat Lady. We're good. Hey Rose Rose. There's B.
Hey,
Hey Tiffany, Amanda.
do what? I'm on my phone, so hopefully it'll work.
Can you can you prop it up or do you have to hold it the whole time?
I have to hold it. I ain't got no proper. Hey,
Hey Amanda.
everybody.
Tiffany, I
Um,
think I've already spoke.
I did watch both of those shows today, though. Man, they were good. God.
Yeah. Did everybody else stay? Hey Janet. Hey Tammy. I wonder if I can pull you up.
Hey, Janet, Irish, Mum, Ashley, Hopi, Bam Bam, Unicorns, Leanne, Holly, Crazy Cat Lady, Tammy, Janet, Amanda, Tiffany, Rose Rose, making sure I hadn't missed anybody, Angela, Rebecca, Jamie, Judy, Misha. I think I got everybody. So far, Carrie, Misha, Brew. Yes, I sent that to Lindsay. What Brew's the one that came up with that nugget thing, and I sent it to Lindsay, and I said, "Can you trace this? Or copy and trace it, paste it, whatever you do." And she said she can, so we'll see what she comes up with. I think it would be hilarious.
We'll wait. See who all. Wait for everybody to get here before we start talking. So you watched both of them?
Yeah, I watched both of them. They're really good.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I need to get to my settings. Hang on. Oh, like never.
Or get shirts. My shirt says, I don't know if you see it or not. In fries we trust. The Nugget Tribe. I am too Hopi. I'm telling you. I watched the second one again this morning and then but I shouldn't have because I get mad. When I watch it, I get mad.
Yeah.
So then I went to work mad. Mad because I can't save the world.
Well, she was
Do
definite.
you
Well, I know
ever
we're not gonna get
I
into
w-
it yet, but yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
got mad
Misha.
too.
I I was at work all day and golly, it was crazy. Thank you. It's pajamas. It's got matching plaid bottoms. I love them.
Have you already gotten your bath?
Yeah, but I didn't wash my face.
Damn it, I haven't even done shit. I'm still crusty and rusty and smelly and sweaty and nasty.
But my face is still sweaty from work. But I didn't want to wash my makeup off and redo it. Even though my camera's so bad, I don't think it matters.
Y'all, I am still downloading that shit from last night. My internet. I struggle. I just struggle. That's all I can tell you is I struggle with it.
Let me go
The
grab my
last
phone.
person.
Somebody's calling.
Okay. The last person they said on the news went through the candlelight vigil up by the grave at 6 a.m. this morning. So for 10 straight hours, there was a steady stream of people walking by Elvis's grave. It's crazy. It was be the main nurgent. That's right. I know it may be wrong, but my God, what a life to live. Um, Irish Mom, we're talking about Arlene Wuornos. And if y'all haven't watched those two shows on Netflix, the first one is, I think it's The Selling of a Serial Killer. Yes, Lisa Marie was there. Um, she was holding up the torch, and when people walked by, they lit their candle off of her torch. But they had the rules were you could take a picture of her, but not with her. And that's the first time she'd been here in years. So, and she, of course, looks as gorgeous as always, you know. Um, oh, Randy got a phone call, y'all. She'll be back in just a little bit. Yes. Yeah, I watched those two movies, and the other one, the first one was how basically that lady that adopted her, which was bullshit. She just used her for financial gain. Um, that was the first one, and then the second one was the documentary, and they were really good. I watched them both this morning. There's Pretty Little Liars. Hey, we have come up with our little logo, Pretty Little Liars. I don't know if you've got Twitter or not, but it it is so funny. Oh, to you, you came up with it for us, Nugget Squad. It's so funny. Tartar sauce goes so good on steak. Oh, I've never tried that. I love true crime. I do too. You know what, Amanda? Somebody else does that. They put on their eggs, they mix mayonnaise with ketchup and put it on their eggs. A nurse that I used to work with does that. Isn't that weird? Hey, Paula, how is everyone? Um, Fancy sauce from Step Brothers. Yes, I remember that. Sheldon. Yes, Pretty Little Liars came up with it. Absolutely. Brew just came up with the logo. Poppy, I'm on my phone this time, so I'm gonna obviously have to do that. But I'm gonna have to get me some kind of stand because I've got the phone in my left hand and my iPad in the right hand, so that I can see the comments. The struggle, y'all. Tartar is good on everything. I have never tried it on nothing but fish. I'll just be honest. B don't move an inch. Oh, the cops, her lawyer, and everyone trying to make money. Yes. And what is sad is, um, hey Darcy, I'm great. I am awesome. Just hot. It is hot as hell today. It's like, well, I thought it was cooling off, and now all of a sudden it's hot again. Um, Everybody used that poor girl. Now I don't condone what she did as far as the murdering goes. but nobody knows what she went through either. And like she said, it wasn't she wasn't just going out and being calculated and finding random people to kill. These men raped her and abused her and were horrible to her. Hey Ashley, I hadn't seen you in a while. Sriracha with mayonnaise. Don't you say that, Misha. Don't you do that. Oh, you should be ashamed. I have a horrible, horrible fear of frogs. One day, I may have told y'all this story. I had to go to the shop at like 4 in the morning to go help Billy, my husband. And when I got there, the light was on outside the office door. And there were frogs everywhere on our little rug right there in front of the door. So I got the water hose and sprayed them so so they would, fly away, run away, whatever. I can't stand them. Can't stand them. She didn't. She never had anybody, Sheldon, and that's the saddest part. I think that um, she wasn't a bad person at all, but she was sure dealt a shitty hand. You know what I mean? Just a shitty, shitty hand. And her girlfriend. And what's crazy is when you see that documentary and those shows, you see what those people really look like in real life. And that girl that was supposedly her girlfriend that wouldn't work, that broke her wrist or whatever, um, Arlene had to go out and do what she had to do, or Eileen, whatever, however you pronounce her name, and do whatever she had to do to make money. It's just sad. It is really sad. I think the chat froze. I'm scared of snakes too. I hate them. I can touch snakes and spiders all day. I vacuumed up a bunch of granddaddy longlegs yesterday. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Southern. I'm with my BFF. I would have too, Tiffany. I would have too. I can't stand them. Cynthia, you're scared of clowns? I don't guess I've ever been scared of clowns per se, but it's mostly frogs and snakes for me. I just can't stand them. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Lady Raiden. I can do better with spiders. I don't like big spiders. Now I'll run from them. Like those big old tree spiders. I can't stand that. When she started to get a little crazy before she was put to death, I would love to know why she left unmeditated to rave about thing aliens and weird. Who was that? Who was it? The Dawn lady that wrote that book, and it was like she had published all of Eileen's uh, all the stuff that the letters and stuff that she had written, and Randy actually saw that or read that, and she said that you could tell just by her letters that she was losing her mind, and I think that is so sad, so sad. See, I don't know, Tammy. when Randy gets back, she had a phone call. When she gets back, she'll know the one because she told me about it today, and it was one of Arlene. Hey, sweetie. It was one of Arlene's friends, and that she evidently wrote to in while she was in prison, and she published them in a book, and you could tell as she was getting closer to death, she was starting to like mentally go insane. And that's what I don't understand is how they found her uh, sane enough for the death penalty just the day before. And you can see in the last, um, her last interview with Nick when she just went off the rails that she wasn't all together. You know what I mean? It was sad. Dawn, yes, that's it. You have that book? I've heard it's really good. I've heard it is really good. Hey, Kaylee. Um, Randy read it, and I think she's got the book. But there was somebody that Randy. She'll have to tell the story when she gets back. But there was somebody on Facebook that Randy talked to that um, that knew her or something. And also Randy, this is how my little friend gets around. Do you know that she has talked to that Lebanon Levi on Facebook? My little friend gets around. They interviewed the friend Dawn. Yes, they do. Matter of fact, she was at the very end of the documentary walking away, and that Aileen wanted to be cremated and then her ashes taken back up north with that Dawn lady. And she was the first female serial killer, isn't that right? Y'all, the reason why, did they say if her brain was donated for study? I don't know. They didn't say it in the documentary. They didn't say that. Amish Mafia. I know, I do too. I wonder why they took it off. I know. She gets around, Hopi. I've been trying to tell y'all. She is actually, that was Kathy's brother calling her, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but he just called her out of the blue. She has not tried to call him again or anything, so I don't know what's done happened. I hope nothing bad. I know she's still sick, and I would not ever want anything bad to happen to her, and especially after all this bullshit of her being accused of other things that I don't think is fair. I mean, how much can one person take? You know what I mean? It's just not fair. And I don't know if Miss Kathy is even watching any videos anymore since she took her channel down. But if she is, it's like it's bullying. That is bullying when you just are out making allegations and crazy stuff like that. That doesn't prove anything. You have no proof. You're just spouting off allegations, and it's not fair to anybody to do that. Oh my gosh, Misa, you're kidding. Wow. Misha just said they have a portrait that John Wayne Gacy painted for her dad. He had why it did that. Can y'all see me now? Pamela started Kathy again last night and Brew 2 made me sick. I hate that. Well, and that I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to dog her. That's not fair to her, and I wouldn't want anybody doing that to me. So, yeah, she is sick, but I don't. She still is saying that she has cancer. Now, yesterday, she was still, talking to me and stuff through Messenger, and she was saying that now she thinks that some of her chart has been deliberately deleted. And y'all know I don't believe that either. So I don't know. There's no big conspiracy theory trying to remove parts of her chart. I just can't believe that. But she is very sick from, if nothing else, she's very sick from COPD. And she doesn't deserve to be. I mean, what we did was enough. What we did wasn't that fair either, but we dropped it. That's done. We're done with it. And these people that keep just dragging it on and dragging it on, it's not fair. It's not fair to her. And I wouldn't want that done to me. And I still care about her. I mean, I still care about her. And I don't want anything to happen to her, So, nerk it up. It is so sad for everyone. No, she's really sick, and I think she believes that she has cancer. I do believe she believes that, but I did not see any evidence of that, nothing in her medical chart, and I just think that, if I was being questioned about it, I would go to all lengths to find the evidence and show it. Get a history and physical from the cancer doctor. That's what I would do.
Wait,
Sorry,
what are
I
we
told
talking
them that
about?
he. No, I told them that he called you because it was taking so long. I figured it would, be a while.
You told him who called me?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
I mean, it was taking a while, so I didn't want them to think. But it is what it is. People need to know that you're not calling him. He called you.
yeah, 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 true.
I don't want people to
Hey,
think that you're pestering the shit out of him when he's been very nice through all this when he didn't have to be. So
it was very unexpected. I mean, just wow. I mean, I didn't even think I would
hear from him
end
ever
up
again.
talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
I think he has the hots for you. I think he likes that southern voice and wants you.
no, he likes Bam's voice. He watched the live stream. Hey Debbie. And it's I'll just say this much. He appreciates what we done.
Okay, good.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, good. Anyway, tell them about. We were talking about that book. Tammy read that book by Dawn, and she was talking about. She said there's actually several books out there, but she has that book by Dawn, and she read it
Who
too.
has it, Tammy? Wait,
Tammy.
who has it?
Tammy has it.
Oh, there, I heard you good that time. That's a
Tammy
good
Sully,
book.
12 News. She has it.
Yeah, it's good. I kind of wish she had put some of her letters in there so we would know what Aileen was responding to. But you could tell when her and Dawn were arguing. So.
Oh, really? What would she say? Hey, Fairy Garden.
Oh, it's been a while since I read it. Oh, thank you, Fairy Garden. She would say like, "Oh, come on, Dawn. You know that I was just kidding," or just it. but it was in a way. What about the weird lady that adopted her? Yes, we're gonna talk about her too. Did I miss anything about Aileen?
No, we weren't talking. I was just telling them that I watched the show, and we were just talking about it in general, about how she was railroaded and didn't have any friends, or just nobody that really cared about her that would love her the way she needed to be.
Oh man, we froze.
Did we?
For a second, we did.
Well, Dave, it's probably my internet. Y'all know it is. Even though I'm on my phone,
Like you texted
it's
me.
jinxed.
Or her girlfriend. Yes. Okay. First, we'll start from the beginning, which is the crazy lady that my whole computer. Please don't mess up. The crazy lady. Let's say, how is your nanny? Oh look. Oh, my nanny. She's still dead. Thank you for asking, though.
Pretty little liars. Now, we liked you. Don't come in here being ugly now. Don't be ugly.
Oh, I'd say that can't be the same one.
He said Nurgent meant hag. Exactly. That's what I am. Hag.
Yeah. Beautiful hag, bitch.
Hot and what is G? What can G be?
Gorgeous.
Hot and
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous, motherfucker. That's it. We're hags. Hell yeah, we're hags.
Joke's on you, pretty little liars. We knew what it meant, bitch. Buy it at our merch store. Boom.
Joke's on you, bitch. Oh my God, that was great. That was great. Is my internet still going out?
No, well, it was flashy there for a second, but
if it does it again, let me know and I'll try to.
Hello, Misha.
It may have automatically connected to my internet when I got home, like it always does. I forgot to check that.
Oh yeah, it probably did. Mine does.
Yeah.
They're blocked.
Oh,
thank
Misha,
you, Bam. I learned from the best.
Misha, a while ago, while you were gone, put on there that her dad got a painting from John Wayne Gacy, and her dad had several conversations with him.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
Y'all, if I can sneak and do it, I'm gonna write Charles Manson. My husband.
I told him you got around that you've been talking to Lebanon Levi.
I do. He left Twitter. He still follows me, but he's never on.
Oh, you're such a nerd.
I am a nerd. I am.
That's okay.
I'm a nerd yet.
That's right.
You hag.
You hag.
Okay. That's what we're going to put on the back of the t-shirt. Front, Nugget Squad, and back, you hag.
Oh.
Why would you're not on what? Libby, you can be here. What is wrong with me? Their life's too short to worry about somebody being a dumbass.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh, and wanting to write, I don't know. I always think I can fix people and get them to confess. And like in my head, I think if I got Jodi Arias in a room, I could beat that bitch into telling the truth. Hey, Ricky.
You are delusional. I swear to God.
I am delusional. It's called Randyland. It's nice here.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Randyland. I swear, there's not.
No. Yes, her girlfriend's name was Tyria Moore. And you can, I don't want anybody to harass her, but of course I've stalked her on Facebook. And she's engaged.
To a man?
No.
A woman?
Yeah. She's straight out lesbian.
Well, she treated Eileen like shit. For her to sit on that stand and say what she said about her, I wanted to slap her through the screen. Matter of fact, I was yelling at my iPad while I was watching that show. I was
Yeah,
so
that
mad.
that was all fake. You know, she was sitting in that motel room talking to Aileen on the phone. Okay, everybody join in. Let's go to Aileen discussion. Tyree is sitting in there with the cops, framing the woman she claimed to love, who supported her fat ass. I mean, can y'all agree? Me too. See, Hopi, she feels me. She also can get confessions. Um, you
Y'all
know,
have missed
Tyree
y'all's
didn't.
calling. You and
Yes.
Hope need to team up and work with these cops. Then, damn it.
No, I don't, Claire. My neighbor thinks I have Tourette's. Do you think Ty knew about the murders? Absolutely, I think she knew. I think that's why she set Aileen up. And I think Aileen, didn't she even say that Tyria knew?
Yeah, because remember that phone call she had uh, to
Right, Paul.
Eileen in prison. She was afraid they were coming for her. Remember,
Yep.
because she was afraid that they knew that she knew.
And Aileen, whatever, got right off the phone and went and confessed. Went straight and confessed. Cold case was us. That's right. And let's see, what else about? All right, and what else? Okay, the woman, I found the woman also, and I can't remember her name now. I have to go watch the movie again, the documentary. I found the woman that adopted her on Facebook, which hers is pretty private. But from the looks of it, she didn't get rich off of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Robin, did she have a brother? Yes, she had a brother, and Keith, and he died.
Oh, how'd he die?
Thank you, Drone Age. Thank you. He died with cancer.
Wow.
Oh, does anybody know what the show is called? The first one is on Netflix. Both of them are on Netflix. The first one is The Selling of a Serial Killer, and then the second one is The Life and Death of Aileen Wuornos.
If you put in the search bar on Netflix, Eileen, they come up.
Yeah.
That you all you got to do is put in AILE, and they start popping up.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I didn't even because I sure didn't know how to spell her last
Okay,
name.
Hopi. Yeah, okay, so the crazy lady, and I think we all know this isn't a guess. She only adopted her to get money off, and she said God told her to.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, Misha,
Of
they're
the
both about her. But watch
Yeah.
the sale of a serial killer first because it kind of gives you some background to what they talk about in the documentary. I started watching them backwards, and Randy set me straight.
Yes, and y'all can say I'm all revved up. I'm revved up. It's just, and then the lawyer that she got off 1-800 call a punk. I mean, literally got him off and the adopted mom hired him.
Yeah, as her to get her shows and stuff like that, and money for
Yes,
interviews.
yeah, Misha, it is what we're talking about.
$10,000 per interview is what she was charging. Insane. Claire,
Oh
you can
wow,
find her
Southern
on
Girl.
Twitter. She's on Twitter. You can find her there. I don't know what else to tell you. Damn. Fuck me. We ain't talking about that.
Oh, I knew.
I can't ignore it again. Just find her on Twitter.
On Facebook.
Or Facebook.
Who her adopt? No, not her adopted mom. Um, yeah, and there was an even older movie about her, a Lifetime movie. It sucked. Oh, gross. I don't eat mayonnaise though. All right, we got the adopted mom and the lawyer who sucked, and they told Aileen to plead guilty. Aileen.
Right.
And she pled guilty. Is everybody joining in, telling us what they think?
Misha, the movie with Charlene Theron, whatever, was called Monster. But on Netflix, there are 2 documentary type shows that we're talking about.
Why can't y'all? Tell us the story, Randy. Well, I want everybody to join in. Monster is the name of it. Yeah, because it was the Christian thing to do, they told her. That's right. Thank you.
Right, right.
So she goes and she pleads guilty, but when they sentenced her to death, she like went off and cussed him out and said some bad things.
I would have said more than that.
Me too. Me too.
I would have said more than that if I was her. Damn. I mean, it was awful.
But the sad thing is, like, wait, I do feel bad for the way that she was treated. Absolutely. But what now if I was members? Okay, wait. Let's get a poll about Randy when you yelled and laughed. I was eating. I'm definitely ADHD. Yeah. I won't say what side I watch movies from because I'm pretty sure that's illegal. So I don't say anything. But not that I do it or anything.
We don't need any jail time. No jail time.
No.
Been there, done that. Don't want to go back.
I know, she scares me. Hey, welcome back, Hopi. All right, let's see. What was we? Where did I get to?
Am I yelling?
No.
Oh.
No. Well, no. Not about the Twitter.
Oh.
The Twitter thing. That's what. Do the rape. Who thinks she was raped? Yes, I think the first one was rape. And why did she only kill 7?
Because there was more that she said that her regulars
Absolutely
had gone off to war and to prepare for Kuwait and the Iraq thing. They were preparing for that war. And so her regulars were gone. And so she started basically walking the streets and acting like a hitchhiker. And if they wanted more, they got more. If not, she just got a ride from them. So there was a lot more she probably could have killed, but they were nice to her or whatever,
Right. And so, yeah, I do. I think the first one was definitely rape. And I mean, she kind of made that clear in the documentaries. And how about, let's talk about her real mom. Did anybody see her real mom? And did that make y'all mad? When she pretended she didn't know that her child was sleeping outside.
That pissed me off.
Yeah.
It
did me too. I'm like, you old bitch. I wonder, because she just didn't care at all. At all. Let me tell y'all something. I know me. And I don't like when my kids do wrong. But I'm gonna lie for my kids. I would be right there with them. I think they would probably have to kill me too if one of my kids got the death penalty.
Did I ever tell you that time that my brother, he was 18 and he got pulled over for a DUI? And I go up in that jail. He called me and my husband. We had only been married a year, maybe. He called us to come get him. And I am just about to land in cuffs because he wasn't drunk. Y'all, he had a Mustang GT then. Y'all revved up his motor. Y'all did this. Y'all did that. Yeah, I did that for my little brother. I
Yeah. So
almost landed
imagine.
my fat ass right up in there beside him.
Yeah, the mother didn't care. Not at all. She didn't care. And then I guess the grandma, who she considered her mom, died. The grandpa couldn't handle her, so his decision was throw her out. No. And then her friend Dawn. I wonder why none of the neighborhood kids' parents let her stay with them.
I know. I wonder that too. There was
Me
many
too,
of the
Paula.
kids that stayed here that had sucky home lives, especially my youngest ones. She had a couple that stayed here all the time. All the time.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Both my girls, if there was a parent that didn't care what their kid did, they was at our house. I'm telling you, they would drag in kids, and I fed them and took care of them. And this happened until just last year. Yeah, she got pregnant. Yeah, about 13, had the baby and gave it up for adoption. And I wonder what happened to that baby.
Yeah, they never said anything about it
Mm-mm.
because by the time Aileen died, it would have been an adult.
Well, no, it wasn't her brother's child. They thought it was the local pedophile
Really?
child. Yeah, it was in the documentary. The guy that would pick the eggs open of the birds that was.
Yeah.
I'm taking I was the same way. My mom used to say, I always, that's what I say, but I wanted to be nice about it. That is exactly what I said. I wanted to be nice and about it. The other parents would be out getting drunk. Me and Jim would have their kids. It was her brother's kid, a son. Well, I know that one guy. What about the guys that got on the stand and they were like, yeah, when she would talk to us, we would throw rocks at her. I
Yeah.
cried.
Yeah. It's so sad.
I always see certain kids and I'll say, or certain adults even, and I'll look at their parents and I think, damn, they never had a chance. And that's what I think about Aileen.
Yeah.
Aileen. Imagine if she was your biological mom. You probably wouldn't tell anybody.
Right. Exactly.
I'm certain I read it from herself. It's her brother's kid. See, she would never admit to sleeping with her brother, but I'm gonna I tend to believe the neighborhood kids because they were pretty honest about throwing rocks at her and being so mean to her. She
Well, and the
sold her
thing about
booze for
it
cigarettes. Yeah.
is we have no idea what we would do in that same situation she was in. I would have probably done the exact same thing, but she didn't get not one fair trial. They talked her into pleading guilty, no contest, because she already had, the death sentence. And it's just sad. Hey, Stellar, it's just sad.
Oh, that's awful. Stellar. I'd show my boobs for, a burger. Fat girl got to eat. But so the neighborhood, nobody took her in. She showed her hands were frostbit. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, why am I doing this? Her hands was frostbit, like this is her hand. Stupid. I'm stupid. Are we still frozen, y'all?
No, we're good, I think.
Okay. So we get down to that. My main thing is, but she had 3 psychiatric tests the day before she was executed, and she passed them. What do you think about? What did you think about that?
See, I think that's bullshit. There's no way. I had said that because when she interviewed with Nick, the very next day she was off the rails and very angry. And there's just no way she changed that much in less than 24 hours. You know?
Right. And she was so serious. Y'all hear this? Like when she said, "Did you know that the cops were sending down helicopters and picking me up? They wanted me to kill these men." She seemed like she believed it.
Right.
Right, Janet. And I think there's a part of me that wants to believe, that does believe that she was ready to die, ready to do the death penalty, ready to get it over with. But then there's this other part of me that seems she was so angry about it.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
That she was in jail many times, even before prison.
Okay, Misha.
See you, Misha. Yeah, they push her through the system. It's just crazy. Yeah, bullshit. No way she passed them. Absolutely. She was insane, but not criminally insane. I don't know. Her handwriting was so pretty. It is pretty. You're going to have to get that book now.
I am. What's the name of it?
Dear Dawn.
Dear Dawn.
Absolutely, Paula. They're overlooked. And, nobody would. It's hard. Like, I took a class, and me and you talked about this one time, B. I took an English class. I took a medical transcription course and it costed $1,500 to take the course. Couldn't get a job because you had to have 2 years experience to get a job.
Yeah, I've never understood that. You got to have experience to do the job, but you've got to have the job to get the experience. So it's like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg kind of thing.
Exactly. No, bro, she wasn't acting. She wasn't acting. If a person knows what they did was wrong. And I don't know if she really thought what she did was wrong.
I don't think she did either. I think she told that Nick guy initially that it was self-defense. And the only reason she didn't keep going on about self-defense was because she didn't want to keep wasting money on these stupid trials. And, she had already given in and said she was done.
And she knew that everybody was making money off her, and they were. They were getting rich off her back.
Absolutely. Brew.
And she couldn't even, and all she got was some French fries, really? I bet her commissary was not full. She believed it was justice. Yeah, I just don't think, I think life in prison, I don't think she should have been out on the streets. I don't think that she could have been rehabilitated. I don't. But you should have lied, Randy. I ain't worried about Brew. I just don't think she was faking. I really think that prison was driving her nuts. I really think she said there was a sonic boom in her head, and she writes that in the letters to Dawn. She really thought they were poisoning her food.
Yeah, I want to now. I'm gonna have to order that tomorrow or tonight. Hey, Jesse Paul.
I'll tell you that my freaking Kindle My Kindle is messed up. And I'm telling y'all, if my Kindle tears up, I will cry. The girl I knew. Other side of life can I wasn't going to mention anything. If you want me to, just let me know. If it's okay. Kayla, that's what I thought. I think schizophrenia for sure, or something like that. Everyone used her. Yes, they used her for money. You can't justify that. You can't. Look how many cops was fired. Then that one cop that stood up for her got fired. Okay, y'all. Can I send you a...
Yeah, she may want to send a link.
Can I send you a link? Everybody, one of the main reasons I wanted to do this stream is because one, I'm obsessed with Aileen. Two is because at one point in time, I'm the other side of life in here. Y'all see in the chat was actually in jail with Aileen and knew her personally.
Hey, Kit Kat.
So y'all can't, that's pretty cool.
I think so. Lori, I know. I did too. I was bawling at the end of that second movie. I was angry bawling because I was so mad because it wasn't fair.
Yeah, when I got that message, which I really didn't tell anybody. I told B that I had a subscriber that was, but knows her.
Love you, Kit Kat.
You hear people in the background of my house. I hope you don't. I'm home by myself. What?
Kaylee, I'm a Coke-aholic. Fairy Garden, you may hear mine. I've got Big Brother playing because, I'm a Big Brother obsessed.
I almost said that, Tiffany. And there's so many young people won't know what that means. Hooked on Phonics worked for me.
I'll turn it down.
See, that scared me.
What?
What with the dramatic turn? Why do you hear voices? See, I'll say I don't drink Cokes, but you know what? I noticed all day at work today, I was taking a shot of Coke, a shot of vanilla Coke, a shot of, I probably drink, there's no telling how much. My nugget hurts. Your hag hurts. Your hag.
Your hag. Yeah, Kit Kat, you missed that.
Pretty.
The Pretty Little Liars is the one, that came out with Nugget a while ago. And then they came in trying to be ugly. And they said that Nugget means hag. And I said, absolutely. And what I say it was? Something and gorgeous. Happy
Hot and gorgeous.
Huh?
Hot. Was it
hot? Hot and gorgeous, yeah. But it could be happy and gorgeous. One of the two. So
happy.
We said,
let's do happy. Because happy. hot flashes, they're going to take it wrong. Okay, here's the other side of life. When I knew Lee, she wasn't gay and she was pretty, not a killer, and she was in prison for armed robbery. How cool is that? Yep, that's what they called her, was Lee. Other side of love, let me send you a link. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. I know you're beautiful, though. See, that's what other side of life. Tommy said wasn't gay. And she wasn't crazy. Okay. Okay, you want a link? How do I send you a link? What is your Twitter name? Do you follow me on Twitter? Everyone, this just got better.
Or
Hey,
if you
Julian.
have, or if you have her email, I think you can send it through that.
Oh, I don't know how to do it by email. Listen, I'm dumb. Can't do it by email.
Skirt! No email.
Are you on my Facebook? Heck, I started saying I'll put it in the chat, but I don't even know how to do that. Darn it. Shit's about to get real.
Hey, Fairy Garden, I texted you today, Heifer, and you didn't text me back. So I am crushed.
How do I get other side of life in here?
I don't know, baby. You
Hey,
know, I don't even know
Brew.
how to do the links. You're the pro. I don't know how to do none of that.
Nuggets don't mail, don't do mail. That's right. I read my emails. I don't send them. I know how to copy and paste it, but I can't. I don't know how to pull the chat up on my computer. That's why y'all when you rewatch the streams, I'll do this the whole time. I I don't know what her she's. I don't think she's on Twitter. Are you on Twitter? Other side, or do you have Facebook Messenger? I can send either one. I can send that either way. We are not dog abusers and sellouts.
What'd they say? Ass bag.
They, they said you guys are dog abusers. Let me tell you something. I take better care of my dogs than I do my kids.
I do too. I wouldn't have 5
And
of them if I was dog abusers.
Puda, you are Janice Peckwood, and you are sellouts. Excellent English. Hey, y'all, it's Amy. Excellent. 2 thumbs up.
And that's the same account. They just made it. All you got to do is click on it, do the about, and it'll show you exact. They're so dumb. I'm even smarter than that.
Yeah. Okay, I just followed you on Twitter. Oh, yay! All right, I know how to do this part.
That's okay, Marla. That's okay.
Why don't you already follow me on Twitter?
Can y'all hear me? Y'all know we are ignorant. We're stupid. We don't know how to do all this. Cindy, no, nothing necessarily new, but there's a lady that's fixing to come on that was actually in jail with her. So it's going to be kind of interesting, to say the least, to hear her take on it. Yeah, right, Paula? It's like she sends a link and shuts the whole damn thing down. Hey, Jillian. Oh no, Kelly's sick. I hope she feels better. That's miserable. Um, yeah, Cindy, I had just watched those the shows on Netflix about Aileen, the documentary, and then the first one that says selling of a serial killer. I had just seen those today, so I'm kind of freaked out over those because it really, really angers me. Oh, Stellar, it'll
Am I back?
Randy will keep it up though.
What
You'll be
the?
able to see the rest of it, honey. It'll be worth watching, I'm sure.
Wait. Am I back? I
Yeah,
think I'm back. How did I do that?
no telling.
All right. Okay. Let me find Twitter. I don't even know how I got back on here. I swear. I was just talking away, and I wasn't even on the stream anymore. All right. Let me see who's following me so I can. There she is. Okay, and all you do, Sheila, is click on that link and it'll bring you right in.
Does she have Hangouts?
I don't know. Where? Oh, there.
Hang on.
This probably will put her on Hangouts.
Ugh.
Oop. Okay, she's got the link. I'm excited. Are y'all excited? It's only 7:35. We're good on time.
You are so weird.
Somehow I got back to.
We're good on time, y'all. We are on time. Everybody just sit still. We are on time.
Oh my goodness. You didn't miss nothing but a Randy glitch.
It's about right.
You ain't missed nothing, girl.
Randy tries to send a link and the whole stream shuts down.
Hey, look, we have.
I'm on.
Here. You ain't missed nothing, girl.
Randy tries to send a link and the whole stream shuts. I'm on here. Okay, I'm here.
You ain't missed nothing, girl. You gotta turn down your something.
Okay, I'm here.
I think that's your computer or your phone or maybe something.
Is this better?
Yeah, that sounds good. I think that's your computer or your phone, maybe something.
Yeah.
Was that you, babe?
I'm right here.
She needs to mute one or the other. Nuggets do. Okay. Try to talk now, please.
I know I gotta adjust the volume some here, but I don't know. I got my.
Okay.
I know I gotta adjust the volume some here, but I don't know. I got my.
Jillian, right?
Okay. How does it sound to everybody? Mute the YouTube side. Mute the YouTube side, they said. That sounds better.
Okay, is this any better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right. Tell us what you know. The guest is the other side of life. Am I hurting your ears talking?
No.
The guest is the other side of life. Am I hurting your ears talking?
No.
The guest is. Are you getting set up, Sheila?
I'm trying.
We understand.
I've never done this before in my life.
Honey, we had been there, done that. You should have seen our first one. It was like Dumb and Dumber here, I can assure you. So no worries.
We understand. Absolutely. Just mute, if you have like.
Okay, is this better?
That is better.
That sounds better. That sounds better. You can see the chat if you watch from the YouTube side, sweetie. Just make sure it's muted from the YouTube side. I don't understand that. That sounds better. That sounds better.
Okay.
If you watch from the YouTube side, sweetie, just make sure it's muted from the YouTube side. Okay, mute your YouTube side. That sounds better. That sounds better.
Okay.
If you watch from the YouTube side, sweetie, just make sure it's muted. Okay, mute your YouTube side.
Okay.
Did you get it muted?
Is that okay?
Yeah, make sure you don't hear us talking again. Because if you've got both screens pulled up, just the one where you can see us in the little boxes, and then mute the other one where you're watching the chat. Yeah, that's better because it's not coming back through. That's better.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're
Yes, I
good.
can hear you.
Okay, great. Okay, here we go. I was in jail with her in the early 80s, and she had got busted for robbing a convenience store in her bikini. Okay, and I was in jail for 50 pounds of weed. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, I know. I was young and stupid. So,
Hey, my dad is still doing that shit, and he's 72 or 74, so that's okay.
B, you never know when to shut up.
I want it. He needs to get caught. Damn it.
okay. When I knew her, she was very pretty. She was very feminine, and she was not gay. You can tell. I was in prison for 3 years with these crazy bitches. You can tell when they're gay. And she wasn't. So when I got out in 83. I think she got out maybe a few months after I did, and never saw her again until she was on TV and they're hunting her. And I was like, oh my God, that's Lee. And I was just like, so I followed her. And for the first trial, when she was saying what happened, the guy poured alcohol on her. He beat the crap out of her. He was tied to the steering wheel, and she finally got loose and shot him. I believe that because they never put in a trial that that asshole had been charged and convicted for raping people back in wherever the hell he was from, Michigan or someplace. And it was just so bizarre. I think what happened was she got so down and was looking for someone to, just to love her. And I don't know. In fact, what's really weird is because of what I know from Lee is she was the girlfriend in that little lesbian thing. Her girlfriend was the man. Everybody's got to play a part in your little lesbian, things unless you're normal. Then everybody doesn't give a crap. But this woman, what was her name? Oh, anyway, I can't remember. Tyra?
Tyria Moore.
Yeah, that bitch. Yeah, I'm not, and I just think that Lee picked up with that woman just for love. And then she was like, oh, well, I got to have more beer and I got to do this. And Lee was the only one in that relationship going out and bringing in the money, period. And she was hooking. So, yeah, I believe that the first killing she did in self-defense because that asshole poured alcohol on her after he beat her up and everything. I mean, it was horrible what he did to her. So then I think things just got out of hand. And I think she snapped. But I'll tell you, I did see the interview that was given to her right before they executed her, well, a couple of days before, and she was batshit crazy. I even called the warden of the prison she was in. I knew this woman, and I called her and I said, "This is not right." And she says, "I have to enforce the law." I'm like, "I know, but this is not right." And she had known Lee for the 12 years she had been on death row in Broward County. And she knew that she was batshit crazy too. But you can't do anything about it. And and she did not she didn't pursue her appeals because she figured after the first time they screwed her over, she just went ahead and pled guilty to everything and didn't bother with appeals so they could go ahead and kill her. But yeah, she was batshit crazy at the end. I don't. That is a totally different woman. Any questions?
Oh, about a million.
Okay.
Um. So you mean she was feminine when you knew her?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's a pretty little thing. Yeah. Very feminine. You can tell when you're in prison for 3 years. You see, some people go in there and they're already lesbians. There's probably like 4 of them and 500 women. And then you have the women that hook up together to have these relationships so their time goes faster. And she wouldn't even mess with women in any regard. She just kept to herself. She didn't get into trouble. She did her time. She did her job. And that was it. And she got out. I think she only did like 2 years, 18 months, 2 years for that robbery.
Kaylee says, did she have a bad temper?
No, not at all. She was quiet. Quiet. See, there's a thing in prison. See, I'm a quiet person too. And there's a saying in prison, you stay away from the quiet ones because you never know when they're going to snap on you. And that's true. You just give them a wide berth. You just don't fuck with them. Excuse my French. I'm talking convict language now.
Oh, let it rip. Let it rip.
Okay.
Good night, Jillian.
Question.
Miss Fairygarden says, tell us more about your time in jail with her.
There's nothing to tell. I mean, we all had different jobs to do. I worked in the sewing factory, and she worked at doing landscaping and stuff like that. So the only time I ever saw her was, you know, if we went to recreation and she was there, we passed and passing. In fact, how I met her was the first time I was in that prison for the 500 pounds. First month in, I escaped. And I was out of there because they had said, if you plead guilty, we'll give you 3 months county time. We won't have you as a felon. And because I wouldn't talk, they gave me a 10-year sentence. And I lost my cookies. So
Oh my God.
first month in, I escaped, and they put me down in Broward, which is maximum security. The prison's closed down now, but it was maximum security in the middle of the swamps, the Everglades. So right before they cut me loose, after 2.5 years, they sent me back to Ocala, which is where Lee was doing her time. And a woman had helped me out the first time I was there by the name of Lee. And I had asked, is Lee still here? And they go, well, we got 2 Lees here. And I go, well, one's big and the other one isn't so big. And they go, well, here, that's Lee right there. And I said, oh, well, who are you? I introduced myself. Hey, I'm Sheila. I'm Lee. And we started talking, and that was the extent of it. You know, if we passed each other, hey, how you doing? You know, we never sat down and shot the shit. We were in totally different dorms. You know, that's why we never really, she worked in a different area. So, and out of 500, 600 people in that prison, you know, you only gravitate to a couple and that's it. You don't mess with anybody else if you want to get out.
Wow.
Wasn't 500 pounds, it was 50 pounds a week. Jesus Christ, people. Yeah.
I thought you said 500 pounds at first. So I think.
Like, holy shit. I'm big time.
Okay. Bam Bam says, do you think that Tyra, I call her Tyria, am I saying it wrong? Tyra just needed too much, and Lee would have done anything to keep her, then killed for cash, when Tyra's betrayal was the straw that broke the camel's back. Then, what do you mean?
Okay. I do believe Tyria knew more about what she said to the police. I do know that. And I do know she set her up. And but I also know that she made Aileen go out and get all the money. She knew how Aileen was getting her money by prostitution. She knew that. But she would not go out and get any kind of money. She wouldn't get a job or anything. She made Lee go out and earn the keep her in beer. That woman was a beer drinker. And she was fucking ugly too. You know, that's why I say, you know, Lee had to be in a really, really desperate time in her life to hook up with that woman, because it was like totally, totally not her. It just wasn't the woman I knew.
It was almost like she was just desperate for any kind of affection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what makes me sad, you know, because nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to be made to feel that way. And I just hate it.
Yeah, you know, I think, and let's see if y'all agree, if Ty had been a better person, that would have made Lee a better person.
Possibly. I do know, I know this from what I read about, that she did try to, you know, get a job and, you know, try and do right and everything like that. But, you know, she didn't have any training. She had no life skills. They don't really, you know, give you life skills when they're going to kick you out of prison either. I sat there and watched girls do a revolving door. You know, they would leave for 3 or 4 months and come back in. And I was just, please let me go home. I will never come back. Just let me go. And I watched these women go in and out, in and out. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you people? You know, what is wrong? Okay. Anyway, what happened with me? I know you guys are going, what the hell happened at 50 pounds? I got out. They made me, it was the way they had that 10-year sentence cut up to 3 years in prison, plus the extra year for the escape, and then another 7 years probation. I did 5, because the judge didn't go along with the plea bargain and everything. I did have grounds. So what they did after 5 years on probation, I hadn't bothered anybody. We had to bring that old fucker out of retirement to re-sentence me for the original charges. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to send me right back. But what he did was he erased my record, gave me all my rights back and everything. Of course, they didn't recompensate me for the 3 years I spent in their little places. But at least I got out. I got my rights back. I'm a retired teacher, and it was just weed. I mean, the way these people carried on, you would have thought I was bringing in a plantation full of cocaine. It was like crazy. And now things are so different. Things are really, really different.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Miss Fairygarden says, what was the frame, the time frame between when you knew her and when she started murdering?
Okay. I knew her from the last part of 82 to April Fool's. They cut me loose on April Fool's Day. So it was from December 82 to April Fool's Day 83, and that's when I cut loose. And she was getting out like 2 to 3 months behind me because she had only 18 months sentence. And let's see, that's 83, 84, and then I'd say maybe 8 or 9 years before the shit hit the fan after she got out. What happened?
We're here.
Okay. I just heard something go.
We're reading the chat too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that was in Florida the whole time, right?
Pardon me?
Y'all were in Florida that whole time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Do you know whether or not she was she in prison? When did she marry that really old man?
Oh, that was before I knew her.
That
was before she went to prison, I believe. I think that was back in the 70s. I don't know. She never had any visitors. No one. She just kept to herself in prison. She was very quiet and very pretty.
How old was she when she was put to death?
Pardon me?
50-something?
No, she was 40-something.
40-something.
40-something. She was like 40, 46, 42, 42. I don't remember. I don't even know how old I think I'm a couple of years older than she is.
I think I Googled it.
So.
Hey, Janice.
No, I didn't. I Googled
Elvis.
She died in 2002. Yeah, I got Elvis on here too. Because you had poor Elvis at 50-something.
Yeah. Kit Kat said she was 42.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and you say she was nice looking. If you look at her picture when she first got arrested, she was good look. She was, good looking there, and then prison weight on her.
Oh boy, did it. But no, she was crazy. See, let me because after she got the death sentence, they put her down in Broward as with Broward's correctional. It was maximum security. It's in the middle of Everglades. They've since shut it down, but that was death row for women in Florida, and she was the only one there. The only people she had contact with was guards, unless somebody, unless someone came in that might have been on death row or being transferred somewhere, that very close security type thing. She was there by herself, and I believe that's what made her crazy, because I remember watching that one film where she was talking about the wires behind her mirror so they could send, crazy rays through the mirror to fuck with her head and her thinking and all that crazy crap. She was crazy after that. And I'll tell you, I understand that, because after I escaped, they put me in 3.5 years of solitary confinement before they took me to court, sentenced me in the other year, and sent me south to Broward in the Everglades. So I 3 months in solitary killed me. But
Oh, I
there was other,
bet. I can't imagine.
but see, there was other women in solitary with me. You know, it was a long hallway with rooms off of each side, and we could talk to each other and send kites back and forth and share cigarettes and crap like that. But in Broward, the only people in close custody like that in Broward was death row. And there wasn't that many women on death row. And they didn't even send her to Stark, which is up north of Ocala, for her execution, because that's where they execute people at, is in Stark prison.
Wow. Kit Kat Googled it. She said she was 46. She was born in 56.
Right.
And
I'm
then
3 years older than she is. That's about right.
executed in 02.
Right. That sounds about right.
That is, man, just
Somebody,
funny.
Jesse said she was on drugs. She wasn't on drugs. She was a heavy drinker, wasn't she?
She was a drinker. I don't think she was on drugs.
That's what I thought.
I think booze was maybe some weed now and then, but booze was her gig. But because of Tyria's gig, she was, you know, a booze hound.
Love you much.
That is so sad to me. I mean, it's really, really sad. She got railroaded from the time she came into this world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, really, just absolutely railroaded from the time she, I mean, and couldn't do anything about it. Had nobody to protect her and defend her and stand up for her. She had no idea. Had
Oh,
no
that
idea.
lawyer. You know what? I watched those movies with that freak lawyer of hers. He'd never done any kind of really good legal work and stuff. Now, why the state of Florida did not jump in and say she had an inadequate counsel for these death row, you know, murders? You know, she was
Yeah.
facing death for all these murders. Why didn't they not get rid of this guy? You know, and then that stupid bitch that supposedly adopted her, she's my daughter. You know, she was in it for the money. Everybody made money off of Lee. You know,
Exactly.
it was
Exactly.
assassin. Everybody made money off of Lee. The only one that
But
really
you know,
was her friend that
go ahead.
grew up with in Michigan.
Dawn.
Yeah.
And you know what's sad is that, or what's good in my opinion, is before she was executed, before Lee passed away, she realized that all those people were using her, and I
Right.
was so glad for that. I was like, thank God she realized it.
Okay, so what do y'all think about Dawn, who was her best friend, who did, it seemed like, I mean, I don't know who all Aileen wrote, but, you know, she obviously wrote Dawn a lot. What do y'all think about her publishing that book and making money off of it?
Oh. Well, you know, they have that law out that criminals can't make money off of their own deeds and, you know, publish books and make money. You know. So I don't know. Did she write that book after Lee died?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, it was actually letters that she wrote to Dawn.
Right. I haven't read that.
Yeah,
while she was in prison.
It's just letters to Dawn. It's just, that's all it is. Dawn doesn't, if I remember right, I don't think Dawn even talks about her at all. It's just, she just published the letters that was sent to her.
Lori
Lori
asked who claimed her body. She was cremated, and Dawn took her back up north with her.
Right.
Yeah, and that was going to be my question. If Crazy Lady, since she adopted her, she would have been next of kin, but
oh yeah, she would have had the money for that, the royalties and everything, movies, everything. She would have had it all. She would have made.
So I wonder if the adoption didn't go through or something.
Yeah, Fairy Garden asked who Dawn was. Dawn was, correct me if I'm wrong, a childhood friend that grew up with her in Michigan.
Right.
And she was probably the only person that showed true empathy and love for Aileen,
Right.
in my
And
opinion.
that,
Yeah.
well, and that one other friend that was in the documentary that said she saw her get beat.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
What was her name?
I can't remember.
But she did have a couple of people, but when she moved to Florida, she lost touch with them. And I can't remember how she started back. I guess she must have just wrote Dawn out of the blue. That's how the documentary made it seem, that she just started writing her, and then Dawn came and saw her.
And then Eileen's real dad was a child molester, a pedophile, and that's what he was in prison for, and he killed himself.
Supposedly, her father was the father of her baby that she gave up for adoption.
Let's see
That's
on
horrible.
that in that documentary they said it was that pedophile guy that would lure the kids in, that older man.
Well, and do you remember in the beginning, Aileen wanted her crazy attorney to be with her when she was, put to death? And at the end, she realized that he and her adopted mother were doing nothing but making money off of it. So I wonder if anybody was with her, in that room with her, not just lookies, in that other room looking through the glass. But I wonder
You're
if
not
somebody
allowed to be
was,
in the room. You're not
huh?
allowed to be in the room.
You're not allowed
When,
to
The
when somebody,
well, remember he said that he was going to be able to be in there. He
They would
told the
be in the witness room.
Oh, in the witness room. I thought he
Right.
meant like in there with her.
No.
y'all can tell B never got arrested.
I did get arrested. I just went on death row.
Ah. Okay. Yeehaw.
I was arrested twice, dumbass, for
Okay, Jesse, I'm
fraudulent
sorry.
prescription, remember?
Yeah, but I thought you would know that they ain't gonna let somebody hold your hand. They're asking, I mean,
Well, the
yes,
cops
if
let me
I
go
was,
out and smoke without handcuffs on, so I figured they would if you sweet talk them.
well,
I
you
think
had it like that, but some of the bitches didn't let me go out.
I think the only person allowed to be with her in close proximity is the minister, or the pastor of the chapel.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it, and the warden.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, sugar. Yeah, that is it is just the saddest thing, and I just hate that I don't know, this has really bothered me all day today. I just hate for anybody
I'm
to feel like
sorry.
they're alone in this world.
This was my idea. And Jessie, do you know Jessie? She's having to come apart. God bless her. She had to leave the chat. And now it's bothering you. I mean, I guess I've just watched it so much. But I mean, yeah, it still bothers me. But
It's crazy. I don't know why I let this kind of shit bother me. I do.
Jessie, you're so kind and sweet. Hope he's good. Stay not arrested. It's no fun.
It's no fun.
It doesn't make you cool. That's what I tell my kids. It didn't make me cool.
No, didn't do nothing for me either.
Made me broke.
Yep.
There's been many a times I thought I might write a book about my 3-year vacation with Florida.
I'd buy that book.
I sometimes want to let things just lie and not ever, go back. I do keep track of women on their website to see if they're still in prison, the crazy murderers.
Oh, really? Is there anybody else? Anybody else that's like made the news that you was in there with?
Not unless you were a local in Florida, would you have known about this? I did time with the Frying Pan Trio. They beat this poor old man to death with a cast iron skillet.
And they called him the Frying Pan Trio.
They call it the Frying Pan Trio. Oh, you're welcome, Judy.
Oh, that's crazy. I've never heard of that one.
That was back in the early 80s. Like I said, we're talking years ago. I'm 60.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
oh,
was.
good, good, good. Now, listen, y'all, good. We have, that's what I wanted, like a healthy debate. She said, people are lonely all across the world. It doesn't give her a pass for murder.
No, it
Times
doesn't.
7. No.
No, she didn't. I don't think she planned on murdering the first guy. That was self-defense. I firmly believe in my soul was self-defense. The rest of it, I think she just snapped. I think she snapped after
Right.
the first one, and then it was just like the defenses went up, and she was just like, "Fuck it."
Well, and you know, my uncle that was like my father figure was murdered in cold blood, 11 gunshots to the upper body torso, and so I'm all about when they murder in cold blood. It was a robbery gone bad. He was killed in '87 here in Memphis. It made the news. It was all over the news, and so I'm all about the motherfuckers getting what they deserve. But I also believe that Aileen she did not have a good defense attorney. They talked her into pleading guilty when she could have very well had things shown in trial that would prove that it was self-defense, but they talked her out of it. So
No, what it was, the judge would not allow the evidence in that the first guy she killed was a convicted rapist and abuser back in wherever he was from, and that was never brought up in his trial, or her trial, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's a good point. See, I've always said, I mean, in my Aileen Wuornos video, I said, if I was a member of the families that she killed, or kin to the people that she killed, I know I would feel different. I know, because my dad was murdered, and it was I mean, I don't talk. I can just say he was murdered, and it was a murder for hire, and they never paid for it. So I would love for somebody to pay for the death of my father. So I know where y'all are coming from. You know, I would want them put to death. Well, I don't know what I want, but because I said, you know, I think that they should die the same way that my dad did. And so I know where you're coming from.
Well, and two,
So
the piece of shit that murdered my Uncle Bubba is already out. They're already out. And that was in '87. So 30 years ago, and the motherfucker's out. So, yeah, I would love for them to rot in prison or get the death penalty, but they didn't get it. So,
yeah,
it sucks.
but I thought
It
it was a
sucks.
law. If someone is mentally unstable or mentally ill, I thought it was a law that they couldn't kill them, and that's our point. You know, she was obviously crazy by the end.
Yeah.
If you want to watch something, watch the footage of the first trial where she describes this guy and what she did and how he tied her to the steering wheel, and look at her demeanor and everything, and then keep that in mind, and then look at the last interview she did right before she died, and you will see the difference right there. It's sad, really sad.
Yeah. Can you imagine
Yeah.
rubbing alcohol poured down your nose? Mm-mm.
No, or pouring it where he raped her. And
Yeah.
then you know, just because you're selling it doesn't mean you can't be raped. Let's
right.
keep that in mind.
And he anally raped her.
Yeah, and then put alcohol there.
Right. Right.
So, you know, and I don't know if that's what set her off, or if the fact that she got away with it and thought, and look, let's keep in mind she only killed 7. I mean, that sounds bad. Not only 7, but we know that she prostituted every day. So why was it only 7? I think these 7 men may have done something that triggered her a little bit, brought back something, brought back some memory, something like that. My brother committed suicide from internet bullying. Those assholes weren't. Oh, wow. They weren't charged. That's awful.
Well, and it was more than one in her brother's case. It was several.
I don't even know what to say to that. That is, I didn't know that.
It's horrible.
Tried to kill my uncle. See, it's so crazy when you come across people, you have no idea what they've been through, what they're going through. Like, I think this is the first time I've ever said on YouTube that my dad was murdered.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is sucks. He poured the alcohol.
Your dad was murdered. That sucks, Randy.
Oh no, I was
Suck it up,
I was thinking
Buttercup.
out loud. I'm sorry. I was thinking out loud. I was reading Bam Bam's comment. He poured the alcohol to try to hide his DNA or semen. Dumbass.
Oh.
I didn't mean to you, asshole.
Y'all, thanks. It's been a very long time ago. I didn't think about why he did that. I don't know. I think he was just torturing her. He said, "I'm saving your eyes for the grand finale." I saw her on this stand, and the way she told it, I cried.
Mm-hmm. It was bad. It was really bad.
Are you crying?
Don't be sad.
Babe, look what you did, bitch.
Anyway, I don't believe in the death penalty. I believe people need to suffer. Dead people don't suffer.
I agree. I agree.
Say, yeah, that's what, and I don't think I believe in it either. And I see how stupid I am. I don't think I believe in it. I don't think it's our choice to kill somebody. I don't. But then I think if somebody killed one of my kids, I would want them to fry. So my whole life is a double standard. But no, I don't think, I really kind of just don't think that we have that right to make that decision. And I definitely don't think that she was mentally stable enough to pass those evaluations. I'll never believe it. Never.
Well, I did. The lady that was the warden there down in Broward's named Marla Delacorda. And she went on from going from the warden at the women's prison down in South Florida to being the prison warden over like the bottom third of the state. And she was all around, but she had known Aileen. I was writing emails to this woman. She remembered me very well. And I would say, you know, this is wrong. Can't you do something? And she's like, I can't do anything. I'm like, well, she's crazy. She goes, I know. And I'm like, well, fuck, you know. But in Florida, they hire some of the biggest idiots with a degree and say, okay, you're going to make decisions of life and death, eh? And you're stupid. And nah, she was crazy. They should have never executed her. But according to Florida, she was sane enough to know why she was in prison, that she was being punished, and that she was going to get the death penalty. And that's all they gave a shit about.
Hey, Shay.
I haven't talked about this in a very long time. Who's getting deleted?
Shay kept putting one, so Brew put her in timeout. Fighting with Craig and Messenger. Who's Craig? But we're having a row. Who's Craig? Who's Craig?
Hell if I know. Craig List? I don't know. Greg, I know.
Oh my damn, that's one of the best jokes you've ever told.
You are such a bitch to me. Our friendship is
Oh, that was.
over. We
Oh
are
man,
breaking
serious.
up.
That was.
There will never be another R&B show ever again. We are breaking up. I am divorcing this bitch.
You can never get rid of me. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Lord, help us. Oh, we're so weird, too.
I know it. Now it's gonna be RBS because Sheila, we love you now.
Oh, yes. You come in anytime.
How is Kathy
Anytime.
doing? What's the latest news on Kathy?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, we can't.
No gossip on Kathy.
I talked to her yesterday for a little while, and she's still sassy Kathy.
Well, you know, I'm going
Hey,
to say
Gigi.
something that probably a lot of people might disagree with me on, but she said she'd been in prison, and yeah, she's a scammer, and there are a dime a dozen in fucking prison. That's all I'm going to say about that. She knows how to play this game.
Yeah.
Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying she is or she isn't. I'm just saying she knows how to do it.
Well,
I
you'd be
I
surprised
can
how many people
confirm.
agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. I can confirm that. The only thing I will say about Kathy is she was in prison, but it was not for. I confirmed tonight it was not for attempted murder.
I didn't think it was.
There's no way you would get 18 months for attempted murder. Serve
Nah.
18 months of a 6-year.
No, and you know what? She shouldn't tell people that because that makes me think it's only 18 months.
I will stab a bitch. I will only get a year and a half.
I watch Orange is the New Black. Don't think I can't.
That show is so ridiculous.
Can you
I
imagine
love
if
it,
prison was really like that way? Hell, everybody would want to go.
Oh Christ! That TV show. That girl Piper. She was in a federal prison that we call
Hopi.
the spa. You know, the prison that's not really a prison. It's just like
Oh yeah,
vacation
the
spa
one
with
that
a
what's
spa,
her name went to.
you know.
The cooking lady, or not the cooking lady, but
Oh,
the lady that does all the.
Martha Stewart.
Yes, Martha Stewart. She went to where you could play golf and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't get that. I wouldn't get that lucky. I know that's for rich people anyway. I'd have to hire that
Thank you, Miss.
bastard that represented Aileen.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny.
Craigslist. I swear to God, that was so funny, and I was being serious about that being the best joke ever. Well, good, Claire.
Oh.
Martha Stewart was in Danbury prison, which is like 45 minutes from me. That's the celebrity jail.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Okay, she wants. Should all right. Go ahead and pass the message.
Oh, Claire Bonkers got a message from Kathy.
Oh, great.
I just don't
Hey,
want to get riled
Nikki.
up.
No, we ain't gonna get riled up. It don't get us anywhere, so don't worry about it.
Kathy has asked me to say something.
We got you. Go ahead,
Kathy's
say
not
something.
blocked.
Okay.
Kathy's not blocked. She can come in here.
Drum roll.
There you go, Sheila.
Hurry, I gotta pee.
Me
I'm
too.
serious too.
I've got a damn mosquito bite that I am going to town on.
Quit,
Look
you're
at
make
Paula.
it sore.
The hell is Shay? How was the anniversary of Sam's death and she thought you were her sisters? Huh?
Well, I'm sorry about that, and thank you.
Thank you. I didn't know the anniversary. I didn't know when Samantha passed, so sorry. It
And she said Bam Bam started it off.
it's not.
Well,
I know it's not fun. Bam didn't start shit.
No.
You know, when you place blame on others, trying to be the victim, to me that is what speaks volumes. You got to own your shit before you can place blame.
And Bam Bam, she said you have a problem with morphine and harassing people to get it.
What the fuck?
She wouldn't give you
And
any.
she wouldn't give you
Fuck
any.
you.
And
That
you
is
got
such
mine.
bullshit.
Claire's lying. I know
Claire
who
is
Claire
full
is
of
now.
shit. I know exactly who Claire is now.
You're blocked. Bye,
See ya.
Claire.
Bye, Claire. Deuces. Deuces, boo.
You bitch.
Fucking A Skippy.
Because, you know,
They always give themselves away saying some bullshit like that. They always give themselves away, and we figure out who they are every time. I mean, they're
dumbass.
so
You
stupid.
should have kept with your sob story, you dumb bitch. You had me feeling bad for about 2.2 seconds.
Oh, not even me. I wasn't even feeling bad for 2 seconds.
Bam Bam, don't explain yourself.
Don't explain yourself.
Back in the old days, I swigged whatever I could get my hands on.
Yeah, hell yeah. And that's just like the same motherfuckers saying that to me about me, you know, stealing drugs from, you know, dying patients. It's like out of my 20-minute dissertation there, that's what you had to pull from it. So
Yeah.
take that sentence and choke on it. Paula, she came in saying that she had talked to Kathy and that Kathy was saying a bunch of bullshit that ain't true, and we know it ain't true. And then she said that one sentence that
You're welcome, Bam. You know we love you. Yeah, that one
absolutely,
sentence.
absolutely.
Can't nobody talk about the nuggets. Now, damn
No
it.
nuggets. You start having an argument with the nugget, the whole nugget squad coming after you.
See, right now I feel like Oprah. Sheila, you get a t-shirt. Bam, you get a t-shirt.
Yay! I got to make it big.
Okay, I got you. I'm not ashamed of it. You don't have to be.
Nikki, that's what she said, but I didn't know that. I didn't know exactly when Samantha passed away.
It is. It is. And that's why, I've refrained from saying anything, even when Mike called me.
Yeah. Well, and something y'all need to know, too, is Mike and Samantha were very close.
Very.
Very close. So anything that he says about Sam is out of nothing but love and respect for that child. He loved her like his own. And that's why he, got custody of her kids when she passed away. So,
Yeah.
or he and Bobby, right?
Bobby, yeah.
They both take care of them. So,
yeah.
Look what Brew just wrote. Nugget Squad, be better internet, still don't save Randy.
Did you see what I wrote? Don't listen to Brew. Hashtag save me. I gotta go do this work and bullshit.
Oh, that's so funny.
What's going on YouTube? And I don't get to watch it. Damn customers want their food.
Damn it. How dare them? It is, it's a shame that, and trolls, they have their way. If they keep talking, they give themselves away every single time. If y'all saw a live stream earlier, y'all heard that exact same sentence come out of that person's mouth. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I've got, what I'm Puffing on. My fat ass has got glazed donut.
I swear that's so funny. I told Timber about that. The way you say it, I mean, I think I'm country, and then B says glazed donuts. Where do you live now?
I have glazed donut and cheesecake. Those are my two favorites right
Cheesecake.
now.
Do you still live in Florida, Sheila?
Yeah, until Hurricane Floyd blew me away in '99.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ended up moving away from Florida and hurricanes.
I know that's right. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Plus,
You know, I've always known that Shay was a troll.
Yeah.
I always
Well, you
have. I
know,
just ignored her.
it depends on which live stream you're in, whether she's cussing you or not.
Yeah. I almost was like, hey, boo. Go ahead.
knickerbockers. Don't say the N word. Knickerbockers.
Knickerbockers.
Nunchucks. No more N words. Numbskull.
Nut and honey. Nut and honey.
Nut and honey.
Not Ashley, but in here I will block you. I hate that word. Shay had been blocked on my channel for a month now. Been watching her. Yeah, I knew she was a troll, but you know they don't. It's just like the one while ago, which was Shay. Whatever. Saying how's your nanny? You know, my nanny loved me more than anything in this world, so that's not gonna bother me.
Right. And remember, that was the one that was all up in Ricky's chat one time, lying to him and all that shit. And I'm like, wow, you are a class act.
They should really get pictures that's not like on the internet. You know, they should get average looking pictures instead of it like a model.
Right.
I didn't see
Exactly,
Claire's
Paula.
picture.
I don't know if it's him, her, or somewhere in between. Bye, Carrie. Have a good night. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Oh, that Claire chick, just, it could be, it is a chick, but there's that. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be, but it could have been somebody that was in her chat. So there's that.
Y'all, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back. Let's talk some more.
Paula, really?
Make your bladder gladder.
Honey, when one night we live streamed for almost 4 hours cutting up, and she goes and pees every 30 minutes. So I'm used to it now. She leaves me alone a lot.
I'll keep you company.
There
This
you
is the
go.
first
There
time
you go.
It's the first time I've ever done this, like talk online.
Oh, you'll love it. You'll love
There's
it.
this one guy
it
that
is
wants
really
to
fun.
interview me from my channel, The Other Side of Life, because it's all metaphysics and stuff like that.
You'll love it. It's fun to interact like this and to chit chat and stuff like that. So, would y'all donate? Michelle, you're so crazy. I'll give you half of my boobs.
I'll give you mine.
I hate mine. I've always told that to my oldest daughter. She doesn't have big boobs. My youngest daughter does. I tell her all the time, we will go in. I will go in for a reduction and a tummy tuck, and you can have all my fat to stuff your chest with. And I ain't even joking. We can get a 2-for-1 anesthesiologist, maybe save on the money.
Miss Fairy Garden wants to hear how I escaped from prison. Let's wait till Randy gets back, and I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
It is funny. It's fucking funny.
You didn't well, no, I'm not even going to ask a question. I was going to say, did you
I'll tell you what.
with the spoon or
I'll
something?
tell you what they asked. It's hilarious. I should write a book. The longest 3 years of my life.
I swear, You know, I read more of those kind of books than I read anything else. I love anything true life. I love anything true crime. Um, I watch tons of movies like that. I record everything on the internet like that. I love it. That's my favorite, probably my favorite thing. Oh, look, Brenda Rossi's back, y'all. Looky there.
Aw.
The troll from way back. She been a troll for, well, it's a he that has the account. And you know that's the other thing, Sheila, that these trolls think we're so dumb that we can't ever figure out who they are, but we always end up figuring them out. And then they'll go gone for a while. And then
Yeah.
they'll resurface just like this one. This Brenda Rossi's been gone for a while. And now he's back.
No, I got an extra year. I mean, the max you can get for escape is 15 years.
Sheila's going to tell us about how she escaped, Randy.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, wait, look who's back.
Yeah, we saw her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead, tell us.
here we go. I had been told to plead guilty, and I would have got a 3-month sentence and no prison, jail time. No, I wouldn't be a convicted felon and everything. So I did, and because I wouldn't snitch out a bunch of people, they gave me a 10-year sentence. So the first month I was in, they put you in like what's called an R&O, receiving an orientation up in Ocala, and they take your IQ and your skills and find out what you're good for and all this crap, and they assign you jobs and dormitories and all this crap. Well, they put me, I put in for the drug program because the drug program was a little cottage outside the prison grounds. It still was fenced in, but the fence was only like 5 feet tall, 4.5, 5 feet tall, chain link fence. So I put in there because ever since my thing was they lied to me. They said they were going to give me 3 months and they gave me 10 years. They fucking lied. So I escaped. I went over that chain link fence. But in the meantime, this old black lady in a wheelchair came up and she goes, "Honey, you look like you got rabbit legs. Now here's what you do to get rid of the dogs. They're going to put the dogs on you." I'm like, "Okay, what?" She goes, "You take this snuff, and every time you stop to catch your breath, you sprinkle snuff everywhere to store their noses." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I was gone about 4 hours, and they caught me. Interstate 75 runs right by this prison, and I did the whole crawl on your stomach through the bushes thing to avoid capture, open the bushes and sitting right there in front of me on the side of the road, the damn cop car. I'm like, "Oh, fuck. I can't my life. I'm lousy at this." So they caught me, and while I was in the bushes watching this cop car, I heard over his radio that she's armed and dangerous. I'm like, "Holy fuck, someone escaped besides me." I'm not dangerous. I'm here for drugs. So they caught me. They put me back. Now here's the dumbest question. They went, "Why'd you escape from prison?" I went, "Oh fuck, really? Someone asked me this." Oh, I didn't like the eggs that morning. All the women had.
I wanted a hot shower.
Yeah. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So they put me in solitary confinement in the hospital wing, which is the only air-conditioned area. This is, Florida, hot summer. And I was like, "Oh, God." So I'm there one day. I'm all scratched up from running from the police. And I could hear the dogs baying in the background. Well, here comes this typical fat-bellied sheriff with the howdy-doody hat on, the mirror shades, and he's walking up in front of my lockdown, cell in the prison going, "Now, this is funny. I want to know one goddamn thing, Missy. How'd you lose my goddamn dogs?" And I went, "Oh, it worked." "What'd you use?" I go, "I don't know." But come to find out, that lady that told me to use the snuff, she was the granddaughter of slaves who had escaped back in the 1800s. It was like, wow. And she was like 90-something years old telling me this, "Use this snuff, honey." I'm like, "Okay." And it
That
worked.
is crazy.
Yeah. She saw
Yeah,
me
can you imagine the dog sniffing that up? They'd be sneezing and everything else, and they'd completely lose track.
I missed it. What was they sniffing?
snuff.
She told her to sprinkle
Oh,
the snuff.
snuff.
Snuff. Powdered.
Snuff. Yeah, I know what snuff is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so after
Hey,
that, they
Erica.
kept me in solitary for 3 months, and they took me out and they tried me for escape, which I wasn't going to bring that to a trial. I just, asked the judge for mercy. I said, I'm guilty, give me mercy. He goes, I'll give you another year. I said, okay, I can deal with that. And they shipped me south to the Everglades. And that's my escape story. You snuff.
You snuff.
And they were hound dogs, too. Hound dogs.
That is crazy.
You can't
That is
usually get away
crazy.
from a hound dog.
Right, right. Wow. That's cool. That is cool. So how much more time did you get?
Another year. So I ended up having 4-year sentence, and I ended up doing 3 years. And then the rest of the time from the 10-year sentence was served on paper for probation. And then I got resentenced
Wow.
to show I never had a conviction to begin with, got all my rights back, and you can run any kind of search on me and it comes up squeaky clean.
Wow.
Bullshit.
Oh, that's good.
Bullshit. I never even touched the weed. These people brought the weed in my house. I had the sellers waiting there for it. I didn't know the sellers were the DEA. That's another story.
Wow.
How I got busted.
What happened?
I took this friend of mine who was living in his car off the streets, and I had a spare bedroom. And I was dealing weed at the time, and I gave him some weed to deal so he could make some pocket money. We're talking like maybe a quarter of an ounce of pot or something. And he got busted, and they said, well, if you well, give us whoever you got this from, we won't arrest you, and, all this shit. So he introduced me to his good friend, the DEA agent, who wanted to set up $100 deal, and the only thing my people could bring in was 50 pounds at a time because their truck had broke down. So had I got busted for the 100 pounds, I would have been facing a what's it called? When you bring stuff in over the border, smuggling. I would have been facing smuggling charges had it been 100 pounds. But since it wasn't, I was just a middleman, and I got caught in the middle. I did the time.
Wow.
Wow.
But you know what? The judge told me when he sentenced me, he goes, do you have anything to say before I send you to prison this week? And I said, what happened to the deal that was made? He says, do you understand I don't have to go along with the deal? I go, no, sir, I did not. He says, well, you leave. I said, he says, I'm not. I said, well, I go, what do you want me to do? He says, you didn't cooperate with the police and tell us what they wanted to know. And I said, Your Honor, you want me to tell you something that might end up with my family being killed or me being killed? You're giving me a choice of either prison or death. I said, what kind of choice is that? He goes, you leave me no choice, Miss Lee. 10 years. Bam. And I was my first felony. I had never been in trouble before. It was some fucked up shit.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
The only thing I ended up, this is fucked up. The only thing I had that was really fucked up, before they had set up this 100-pound deal, I had sold his good friend a gram of cocaine. Powder. This was back in the days before people based it or, did anything, smoked it. So the only thing that they could charge me with after the shit settled was that goddamn gram of cocaine, which carried a 15-year prison sentence. And I got a 10-year sentence for that gram of cocaine.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I escaped from prison. I was like, fuck you. There's no justice in this system. I did everything I could except give you what you wanted and bust these people that are, they're big-time people. They're going to fucking kill me or my family, threaten me. You want me to turn them in or go to jail? I think I'll take the jail sentence. Thank you.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So fucking pissed about that one. Was like, wow, karma. Who the hell did I piss off in my last life?
Oh, golly, I've said that a billion times. Okay, are you about ready to wrap this up? I'm hungry.
Yeah. That's 1 off 10.
Our next person are we going to do who did we say it was?
Hell, I
The
don't
Tina
know. I can't
Brandon?
remember. You know, I got
Was it Tina?
chemo brain. I can't remember shit.
Does the chat remember if it was Tina Brandon
Yes, Tina. That's it. That's it.
or Brandon Tina? If y'all can, which we've done lost viewers now because they're tired of our big mouths, but there is a documentary called The Brandon Tina Story.
Nice
Okay.
to meet you too, Bam Bam. What is Bam Bam?
Yes. It was very. You can come
What?
anytime, Sheila. We enjoyed you.
Yeah, Bam is like messaging me. You need to have Sheila on more. I really like Sheila.
Bam Bam. This is the R&B show, not the RBS show. Damn it. Get it? Don't get twisted.
Or if we could be the ribs.
We could be the ribs, yeah.
You're welcome, Miss Fairy Garden.
Yes, Bam Bam. That's who that is, and that's interesting. There's a movie called Boys Don't Cry, but then the
Yeah.
documentary it shows the girl that he fell in love with and all that stuff. They interview the guys that killed her.
That's crazy.
R&BS bullshit. Yes, Bam Bam.
Thank you, Debbie and Sheldon.
And I'm glad now that I have a voice to your I like having a voice with the people that we talk to, that we meet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the has scolded me a few times.
You probably needed it.
I did need it. Yeah, she got murdered. Bam Bam.
Where does Bam Bam live?
She lives in the UK.
Oh, how are you? Oh, wait a minute. She's in the UK, or how? No, wait a minute. Well, how is Miss Kathy supposed to be getting Miss Bam Bam morphine over across the pond? How does that work?
Exactly.
What the fuck? Good God Almighty!
I'm telling you, honey, these trolls will come up with the most bullshit stories and honestly think people believes it. That's what's so crazy is they honestly believe people believe it.
Huh?
Yeah. They go around to live stream to video, spreading their hate, and they think they're so cute.
But this makes it worth it. Listen to this, B. Trailer Park Guy says, and I subbed to Trailer Park Guy. B and Randy, can I thank you for something? As I told you, my mom died in April, and I've been coming to your last few chats and laughing and having a great time. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Absolutely. And I don't think I knew that about your mom. I'm sorry for that. But we can
I know that
definitely
pain.
cut up, and that is what makes it worth it right there. Thank you for
Yeah,
that. That was
I
sweet.
swear, and Sheila coming on, that made the night.
That made
and
it.
B saying Craigslist. I swear that was so funny. That was so smart ass bitch.
Oh, we're so silly. This is our usual, Sheila. We're just so silly and goofy. We start out our day on the phone every morning, and we always start out something serious. And by the time we get off, we're cutting up, laughing, and cussing like sailors. It ain't even funny. But you know what? It makes our day better. So that's what's worth it.
Yeah, because I hate my job, and I literally I don't care if my boss sees this. So I gotta laugh before I go.
That's right, Nikki.
I hate it there.
That's right, Nikki. She said R&B sometimes in. Get it right. That's right. R&B
That's
in.
right. That's right. That's right. We have a girl at work today that's getting emergency surgery, and you hate your job when you're jealous of the person getting emergency surgery because she don't have to come to work.
I want
told
emergency surgery. I want my appendix out right now.
Watch.
You're so
Let me knock on wood.
crazy.
Something's gonna happen. Thank you so much. I love that name too.
I do too.
Just see, I changed my name. I copied B. I couldn't think of a name to save my life, so it's Randy's life.
I said we're enmeshed, so that's
Hashtag
okay.
I'm a loser.
We're enmeshed.
That's
It's
right.
all right. That would be the only normal thing to do, so we're good. Come on, you're on my
Now
cord.
that would be my luck. I hate my job so bad, and that's what'll happen. I'll get murdered at freaking work, and that's where I'll die.
Randy, don't say that.
And then haunt that place and be stuck there forever.
Making French fries.
Yeah.
Because you hate that the worst.
Yeah, Timber on our Q&A, she said sometimes they let us cook fries.
Yeah. That was so funny. All right. Well, I'm fixing to go get my nasty, sweaty ass in the shower. And
Yes. I gotta go scrub my makeup off and take my bra back off. Dang.
Oh,
Sheila, thank you so much.
you're welcome,
absolutely,
honey.
Sheila. Thank you. We enjoyed you so much.
I'll come back one day.
Yes.
I'll come back and
Absolutely.
discuss Bigfoot and psychic things.
Oh yeah, that spirit box. Oh, you'll enjoy that.
I watched him do that. I can't type that fast because I'm only using one hand to type with because I had a traumatic brain injury 3 years ago, and it affected me like a mild stroke.
Oh no.
So I can't type as fast in a chat room as I'd like to keep up, but I can talk like a bitch.
Oh yeah, you
run
can go
them
to the
out.
panel.
I
We'll
will
bring
bring
you
it
on.
in then.
Yeah.
Just let us know because we ain't.
Yeah, just let us know when you're in the chat and say, give me a link and oh, Rambo there will send you one.
Okay. I'll do
All
that.
right, well, I am jumping out of here, y'all. Thank y'all
All
again.
right. Good night,
and,
everybody. I'm stopping the broadcast.
Good night, people.
Thank you all. Great stream. Thank you.
Yeah, good night, y'all. Love y'all all. See y'all
Love.
next time. Bye.